Gina, the snowfall that came down throughout much of the day today has caused for some really slick road conditions. You can be forced from your seat and your windshield. Now, usually that takes place in the afternoon, but due to the nature of the charge,
Wednesday night, the unofficial numbers came in. Voter turnout in Nebraska wasn't exactly what Secretary of State John Gale expected.
that deer fence that the AmeriCorps volunteers helped put up protects over 60 different species of seedlings from deer, including this eastern red cedar. Good evening, Ken. I spoke to several business owners today, and they say this summer Lake McConaughey was the busiest they've ever had. They had lines throughout their store from open to close.
Basically, like on a July 4th weekend, you can't even get in our parking lot.
Starla Stetson and the Stetson Corner store have seen business boom in the past summer, thanks to an influx of visitors looking for a summer getaway at Lake McConaughey.
This year was the best year I've had yet, and we've owned the store for 5 years now.
The more than 1.3 million visitors to Big Mac this year have been great for the local economy, as dollars have come in from surrounding states and beyond to help boost local businesses, with the majority of those visitors coming during the summer months from the tri-state area.
About 70% of that is actually in July and August.
With the beaches filling up and businesses packed full, more jobs are created to help deal with the summer rush.
Right now, I have one full-time employee. During the summer, I usually have about 13.
With the large amount of visitors to the area, the good and bad go hand in hand. But crime isn't the big issue for park officials.
The biggest problem we have is probably so many people in one small space in basically an 8-week period. You do 700,000 people in 8 weeks, and, over almost 100,000 every weekend.
Hundreds of thousands of people with unique experiences, and at the Stetson Corner store, each one is different.
The young ones are having just all the time of their life, so you laugh with them, and you get families in here with the little kids. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun in the summertime, just because of the variety of people you get to meet.
The summer months are jam-packed, but as fall and winter approach, the numbers start to dwindle.
It's like a floodgate opens and a floodgate shuts, because it goes from craziness to maybe 50 people a day coming in the store.
The floodgates are shut for now as business owners regroup from one of the busiest summers in recent memory and prepare for the next wave of visitors. Ethan Harrington, News 2. The petitions are now in the hands of Cozad Mayor Nancy Meyer and the City Council. Orville Schmidt gathered the signatures because he wants volunteer firefighters to serve on the council. Mayor Meyer says they are considered a city employee.
If they're volunteer firefighters, then comes the question, what makes them a city employee?
We consider them an employee because of the insurance we cover.
The mayor says there is also a conflict of interest. The firefighter would have to recuse himself from a vote if there was a conflict of interest, and that could be tough if there's not enough members to pass a policy.
Then you can't pass it.
So you can only excuse one member, is that correct?
Correct. For the yearly budget, yes.
Yeah.
See, and that's wherein lies the problem, and people aren't understanding that.
The mayor says one firefighter on the council could work, but what if there were two?
If Joe and John Doe both wanted to run, then would the fire department decide? And then they get the say of who runs? That's not very fair to the voters either.
The city council is going through the documents.
I'm speaking with the city attorney. We will look at a couple options, and then I can present those to the city council.
With communities like Ogallala, Lexington, and North Platte not having any stipulations in their city ordinances about a member of the volunteer fire department joining the city council, many are curious to see how this case plays out. But Mayor Nancy Meyer says there is no timetable for a decision to be made, and there isn't expected to be a hearing at the next city council meeting a week from Monday. In Cozad, Ethan Harrington, News 2.
Up 3 flights of stairs at the North Platte Connection Shelter, you'll find Chandra Stroud. She is a hairstylist at Bella Boutique and was looking for a way to give back to the community.
We wanted to come in and do something special for them to get them back on their feet, get them back feeling good about themselves, give them that boost of confidence to get back out and get in the job world.
She has given 10 haircuts today, but it isn't the number of people she serves that makes a difference. It's the change she sees on the faces of those people before they walk up those stairs and after they leave her chair.
It's honestly touching because you have your good days and your bad days, but somebody that it completely uplifts them is just truly amazing. It really, I don't know how to explain it.
Some of the people that sit in her chair haven't had a haircut in years, and for Glenda Nance, it's been a while.
It's been
7 years ago.
7 long years without a haircut, and she couldn't be happier.
Exactly the way I wanted it, exactly the way I told her I wanted it. She did it exactly the way I wanted it.
Something as simple as a haircut, a friendly conversation, and someone showing they care can strike a chord with a person.
It's wonderful. It is wonderful. It is wonderful. Wonderful is the difference. You make a difference.
And restore hope to those who need it the most.